Today, we'll take a look at the top 5 tactile switches in 2024. For those seeking a deep sounding switch with a strong tactile bump, the U4Ts are the way to go. Gazzew is one of the OG enthusiast-grade switch brands. Despite newer releases, the U4T remains a community favorite, consistently ranking in our top 10 bestsellers. This enduring popularity amidst constant new releases speaks to its quality. So the U4T's unique material blend delivers a satisfying thok with each keystroke. In terms of feel, I find it has a smooth yet distinct matte-like texture. Plus, the U4Ts feature a round pronounced bump. Its 65-gram bottom out force makes it heavier than about 2/3 of our switch selection, providing substantial feedback. So for those seeking a thocky tactile switch with a strong bump, the Gazzew U4T is a tried and true classic worth considering. Here's the sound test. The Gateron baby Kangaroos and Quinns are modern classics when it comes to tactiles. They're a bit newer than the U4Ts we just talked about, but I see them having staying power for years to come. You can think of the baby Kangaroos and Quinns as cousins. They feel exactly the same. Similar to the U4Ts, both feature sharp tactile bumps, and they're also on the medium-heavy side, with a 67-gram bottom out that's heavier than around 3/4 of all switches. In terms of the typing experience, they're looped more generously than the U4Ts, so they have more of a silkier feel. So these two switches only differ in terms of appearance and sound signature. The baby Kangaroos have a brighter sound signature due to its polycarbonate top housing, whereas the Quinns have a deeper sound signature due to its nylon housings. But both, I'd say, are pretty resonant. Here's the sound test. The TTC silent bluish whites are my favorite silent tactiles. With a 50-gram bottom out force, which is lighter than 90% of switches, these switches are light and feature a subtle tactility. And that's what makes these switches so great for extended typing sessions. Your fingers won't get fatigued, but you'll still get that satisfying tactile feedback with every keystroke. Plus, when you're typing on silent bluish whites, it's like a gentle rain tapping against a window. It's soft, soothing, and almost therapeutic. It's the kind of sound that just fades into the background, never intruding on your thoughts or distracting you from your work. We exclusively offer these switches at just $463 per 10. These usually go for $660 per 10, so you'd be saving over 30% on these switches at Milktooth. Here's the sound test. It has long been thought that the more tactile switches, the better it must be. So much so that the entire light tactile category has been dismissed. But for some, a more subtle approach to tactility can be even more satisfying. And my pick for the best light tactile switch is the Matcha. These switches are perfectly lubed, which gives them a super smooth feel. And the bottom out weight is ultra light, coming in at just 45 grams, which is lighter than 97% of all switches out there. And that's what makes the Matcha so great. They're not too quiet, not too loud, and they've got just the right amount of tactility. It's a balance that makes them appealing to a wide range of people. In fact, if someone asked me to recommend a light tactile switch without knowing anything else about their preferences, I'd probably suggest the Matchas. It's the safest choice by far. Take a listen to these Matchas. For my best overall pick, I'm going with the Holy Pandas. These switches have been called the holy grail of tactile switches, known for their high-pitched clackiness and round, prominent tactile bump that starts right at the top of the key press. Basically, they feel like flicking a stiff light switch, especially since the Holy Panda switches feature a heavier bottom out than 74% of switches in our selection. In other words, you can think of these Holy Pandas' tactility as the exact opposite of the Matchas we just talked about earlier. Invyr has done an impressive job with the factory lube, making them ready to use right out of the box. In terms of sound, they produce a resonant clacky sound on the bottom out. While they do come at a premium price point of around 70 cents per switch, for those who prioritize a hyper-tactile feel and a crisp, clacky sound profile, Holy Pandas are worth the investment. Plus, you get the best deal for them exclusively at Milktooth, where you save 40% on Holy Pandas and get free shipping on orders over $49. Here's the sound test. Now, here are back-to-back sound tests of all the switches we talked about today. But if you're more interested in linear switches, make sure to watch our video on the top 5 linear switches of this year here. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.